Hello, happy Saturday. Hi, Libby. You were listening to Hulu while working? Oh, yay! Thank you so much for hanging out. How are you doing? Is Mademoiselle Sai here? Where is she? Well, hello, hello. How's everyone's Saturday going? Um, it's been an eventful day. I had a class this morning on firearm safety, and then I have another class later this month where basically we're going to be practicing. But yeah, really, really great class. Lots of terrific information and just like a solid group of people. Hi, Mademoiselle. Hello, hello. But yeah, so an eventful day so far. My classes were early, so oh, boom, my bad. Now we're here. So yeah, the class was early, and then went till this afternoon. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was a very cool class, and I'm looking forward to like going about things the right way and getting comfortable. I think it'll be really fun, and everyone is like, there's no, what's a good way to word this? The people in the group are non-reactionary, so they're not going to be any like, weird gun nut types, if that makes sense. Like, no one that I've met has been very stereotypical, which is really nice. Now, they did warn, they're like, you're probably going to run into some people who are when we go to the range, which they're just like, just lay low, do your thing, mind your business, and, ignore them. Oh, thank you, Libby. Thank you. I did it today. I did it today. Thank you. I tried. Effort. But yeah, so yeah, the class was terrific. And then afterwards, it always looks great, but just looks super shiny and soft. Thank you so much. Yes. I did put in, I've been trying to like, winter's really easy to just like sweatpants and kind of like schlub it out. But I was like, you know what? We're going to start making an effort when we run errands just to look presentable. Which leads me into why I'm not going to do that anymore. So after the meeting, which did get out to like this afternoon, on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure it happened Wednesday when I was like trying to get my car out of the snow. Underneath my car is like a skid plate, and it just, protects things from getting thrown up into the workings of your car. Well, mine was hanging and presentable. What is that, Libby? Oh, I know, like for real. I have like a 3X sweater that I basically live in, and once I started wearing that out, I was like, I think we gotta rein this in. I think we gotta rein this back. Because I'm getting too comfy. So it like, yeah, Libby's a hermit. Not anymore. She's getting out. She's going for drinks with colleagues. We got a social butterfly on our hands. I'm happy for you, Libby. We got to get you out of the house more. That's why we need a Libby Fest or LibCon, LibbyCon, whatever it is. But after the meeting, I went to, so I had that skid plate kind of hanging, and I'm like, okay, I can just like jack up the front of my car and I'll zip tie it. Easy peasy. Those things are held on with like little plastic clips. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll just zip tie it, easy. So I'm jacking up my car. I'm just jacking it, and this guy like comes up and he's like, no, and he like, gets me out of the way. So I like take a step back and I'm like, okay. And then he like does all the work. He was asking, he was like, is it your tire? And I was like, no. So like I laid down on the ground and I pointed underneath the car to show him what I was doing. And he was like, oh, okay. And so he starts doing it for me. Yeah, I'm jacking it in the parking lot. Yeah. You don't have time to go out? I know. You got to ditch that second job. Boo. You're a workaholic. Got to get you some social hobbies. Well, you have your D&D. That's a social hobby. You gotta get you out. So yeah, he's like taking over my minor repair. You know, I'm not incompetent. I've changed tires. I've changed. I used to have like this Volvo where you basically have to take the whole front end off to replace the headlight. So I've done stuff with my car. I've done spark plugs, you know, just basic stuff. So I'm not completely incompetent. And so I'm like, okay, you're very adamant about this. So you know, we're chatting via Google Translate because he only speaks Spanish, and like we finish up and I shake his hand. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You didn't have to do any of that, but thank you. And I panicked because of course he asked for my number, and I'm like, and I couldn't think of a fake number fast enough, and so I gave my number, unfortunately, which I shouldn't have done. And then I because we were chatting, like he seemed fine. He was like, you know, friends, like just friends. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm down to be friends. Okay, cool. Like, I'm not gonna say no to friends. Like, that's fine. But then I left, and then I look in my rearview mirror, and he's following me, and he kind of like did this, and I'm like, absolutely fucking not. So then I took some turns, and I called my mom, and I'm like, I fucked up. And then I didn't see him for a while. I went to a shopping center, and I basically like went into the shopping center for a bit. And then I waited because that's why I'm late. I would have been home by 4 if that hadn't have happened. So yeah, he followed me. And I don't know why he was waving at me, because like there's nothing else wrong with my car. Like, that's it. I gave him his stuff back. I made sure, like, you know, I cleaned up everything. So I don't know why he was following me or like waving at me. It almost seemed like he was like telling me to stop, but I was like, no, what a dumb way to die. And so then I went and ran my errands while like continuously checking my rear view for his car. So that was fun. Don't be nice to men. Like, the whole time I'm thinking like, oh, this is great. Like, you know, it was just a nice interaction and we were chatting, but yeah, I learned a lesson today, which I continuously relearn. My friend Bree tells me all the time, she's like, Heather, you gotta stop talking to men. And I'm like, I know. Because then there was that time in Minneapolis where we said hi to those guys, and then they turned out to be like a hate group. They were in a hate group. We talked about that a while back. Let's see here. She's a real one with the D&D. I have been needing to check out her stream. Yeah, Libby, it was a dumb thing for me to do. He's already texted me. So I'm gonna I don't know. I don't know. Even when you're not nice to them, they act that way. Yeah. It kind of bummed me out. I'm like, it could have been a really nice just interaction, like people helping people, like community, you know, which is what I'm all about. Like, I love community. And I was down, like, okay, yeah, like, I want to learn Spanish. I'd be totally open to, like, friends who speak Spanish so that, you know, I can learn and, you know, we can converse. But yeah, I'm bummed. I'm bummed. Because it could have been just a really nice interaction, but it had to go that route. Let's see. Your D&D is social, but online. You know, we take what we get. We take what we get. Yeah, it's still a social. Exactly. Still counts, Libby. Still counts. Do you not consider Zoom meetings to be social? My sister, my mom, and I, we all FaceTime sometimes. And then it gets very overwhelming for me. I'm like, I gotta go. But yeah. So today was fun. On the upside, it was a super nice day out, and yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. I don't know. We'll see. But it was nice of him to help. I wish he hadn't have asked for my number. I wish he hadn't have followed me. Overall, though, you know, and this is why I look like shit when I go out. This is like, do I want to put in effort? You know, but then it leads to interaction sometimes. I like the times when, like, I put in effort and then I don't talk to anybody but a cashier, you know, some casual chit-chat. But beyond that, D&D is your only social outlet unless you count when you stream. Do you count when you stream as a social outlet? I mean, I'm going to be yapping either way, but I would consider it can be social. It can totally be social. I guess it depends on the way that you stream. Like when we're doing the Amberlynn Reed live reacts, there's not as much socializing beyond the chat. But like when it's chatting, it's nice and social. I don't know. I count streaming as pretty social. I think so. You have to go to a D&D live. There's someone whose voice sounds like Diedrich Bader. You love it? Okay. I have one of her D&Ds saved to watch. You guess it depends on the engagement. Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. Like, when it does get quiet, I'm like, I feel bad because I do kind of start to run out of things to yap about. That's why sometimes I'll put on a video because then I can kind of yap about the video that's on. But, you know, I was debating on doing like what you've been doing in Discord where you're streaming stuff. I was considering... He left your campaign? Oh, bummer. I'm gonna... Do you guys re-upload them, or are they only available on Twitch? Because if they're only available on Twitch, I gotta, like, haul ass before it expires. Or do you save the videos as highlights? That's what I was doing for a while. I saved all videos as highlights. It's like, if they get rid of them, they get rid of them, whatever. Yeah, why did he leave? What happened? Did he die? Did he die? But yeah. I was thinking about streaming in Discord the Lord of the Rings movies, and then I would stream while those are playing and then crochet. I thought that would be fun. You batch uploads them to YouTube too? Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll check it out on YouTube then too. I've been meaning to do like all my stuff to YouTube, but I want to go through and like edit it, but then I gotta sit here and edit. And my only struggle is like I like to listen to something and watch something, like I need constant, but then it's just like listening to myself, which I can't edit if I'm not listening to myself, and I don't want to, so I'm just like, I'm stuck in this loop. I gotta clip stuff. Yeah, I was gonna do a Lord of the Rings marathon where I would have it going in the Discord, and then that way I wouldn't get the copyright, but it would still, I don't think they'd get me on copyright for the sound of it, because there was a stream way back where I did show part of Lord of the Rings, and it was fine because I just put like, I literally like put my pattern over the screen. But I was thinking about doing that because I love the Lord of the Rings. I have the extended editions. Yeah, is his name is Batch? Who's Batch? Or do you batch upload them to YouTube? Is that what you mean? And then for the longest time, I had to go through all of my YouTube automatic uploads and opt in for comments. And I finally figured out how to fix that because it was driving me insane. I'm like, why can't there be any comments? Like, what the heck? I think likes were turned off too. It was just stupid. YouTube, get it together. Hi, Gus. Gus is mad because it looks nice outside and he wants to go out. But he can't because don't you dare try and fit your fat ass through that little bit. If you're going to come up here. Oh my God. Come here. Come here, chunk. Come here. Come here. He ignored me all morning. He wanted nothing to do with me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do my stuff. And now he's like, give me attention. His name is Brian, but you call him Batch. It's part of his last name. That's what's up. That's what's up. He just wants my tape measure. I had to double check the size of my cardigan because I was like, what if it's too small? Like, you know, big brain thought, like maybe we should make sure that this is going to fit. Tell Batch he has a fan and we will be waiting for his voice. Seriously, I was listening to, who is it? I think it's one of the Midas Touch reporters. Has the most incredible voice. I was like, holy shit, read me a book. I love a nice voice. Cats, they rule us. Seriously, I had to kick Nibs out of the bedroom this morning because he wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. And he was like laying on my face. And then he sat outside the door and cried for like 2 hours until I finally just got up. I was like, cool. No, I love being up super early. Let's see. Batch is the DM that you see on camera. The one whose voice you liked is Adam. Yeah, we got a Gus. Hi, Gus. You stink. You smell bad. Now I'm gonna have to go back through all those videos. So is the campaign like winding down? Is that why you left? You never answered, or did you? Did I miss the chat that said why did he leave, Libby? You never answered, Mademoiselle. Oh, life stuff. Got you. Life stuff does happen. Huh, Gus? Let's see, let me scroll back. Alright, you'll just call him Diedrich Bader. Oh my goodness. I love a nice voice. Oh my goodness. So I've been like bombing through those romance books, and I was listening to part of one last night. It was disgusting, actually. Let me pull up the name of it. It was absolutely disgusting. Like, I think I maybe made it, because I always try and give it like the benefit of the doubt, and I've ran into a couple big ick ones, not gonna lie. Like some of them where it's like, how did you make it past an editor? Like, how did this go? So there's one that I had to turn off because it was just vile. It was it's called What Lies Beyond the Veil. And the main guy had just the cringiest lines I've ever seen. It was just, I don't know how to explain it. It was very like hyper possessive and controlling. And then his lines were very dry and very blunt. Just like, do you like my big dick? It was so gross. Every time. It was, ugh. And he would just say like the same, it's like he had 5 catchphrases. He would just say them over and over again. It's like, no, I really don't, and I'm tired of hearing about it, frankly. Let's see here. Gus is huge, just like your hams. Yeah, bro's 20 pounds. He's a big boy. He's a big boy and a good boy. His vet is gonna have very harsh words with me. Let's see. Read it to us. God, no. God, no. And then, so that's What Lies Beyond the Veil was like, just repulsive. The one last night, it's called Still Beating. It's by, what psychopath wrote this book? By Jennifer Hartman. Needs to be locked up. Straight to jail. Straight to jail. All right, let's see here. You don't know how many more sessions we have in the campaign. She's like, oh, like, what big dick? Oh, yeah, I don't know. He's just, it was gross. So that was What Lies Beyond the Veil. This one is Still Beating. Oh, I'm sorry, I poked you in the eye, bub. By Jennifer Hartman. And it is gross. The premise is this, the main woman is the maid of honor, and her brother-in-law, her future brother-in-law, have this gross banter. But the entire intro was like, here comes my sister. She's the definition of white girl wasted. She was the cheerleader and so popular in school, and the reader has like this nasally voice, and basically she's like, I was of course a nerd, and her boyfriend, now fiance, bullied me, and he always, like, it was so weird. And so like, right, like the book starts and I'm like, oh, you definitely want to fuck your brother-in-law. Okay, like, you're a bad sister, you hate your sister, hates her sister. And it's just, it felt like middle school. it felt like some middle schooler wrote this book, and it was weird and gross. So basically, I think I cut it within like 15 to 20 minutes. I was like, I can't do it. It was just so, like, not like other girls, and I'm different in my dress, and I don't like what they like, and anyways, it was gross, and that author is bad, and she should feel bad for writing this book, all right? And an editor should have been like, no, because it was not good. It was awful. Let's see. I want to see if it'll tell me how far I got. Okay, so I got 30 minutes in. It was 30 minutes. But it was just not good. And then she's like, and my brother-in-law came to get me because I was, and then she's like, no one likes her. No one likes this bitch. Because I'm just like, you're kind of a bitch. And so she's like, I'm at a bar, and this guy named Sam, and the guy corrects her, and she's like, okay. And then for the rest of it, she calls him Sam Seth, because he was like, oh yeah, no, my name's actually Seth. And she's like, this guy's hoping he'll take me home. And I was like, honey, I don't think he even wants to talk to you. Like, genuinely, you sound like an awful person. And then she, like, her wallet gets stolen, so she goes back in and accuses him of stealing it. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about, you crazy bitch? Her brother-in-law comes to pick her up because she's drunk and doesn't have any money to get home. And instead of thanking him, she calls him a douchebag. I'm like, what? What is this? And she's 30. She's in her 30s. Because then she was, like, griping at him about what... Because he was like, why do you not like me? Like, what did I do? And she just talks about high school. And he was like, that was 15 years ago. This bitch is in her 30s being a hater to her sister and her future brother-in-law all over some shit from high school. Like, get the biggest grip and get over it. I'm happy she got kidnapped. I don't know what happened in the rest of the book, but I hope it was terrible. Because gross. The editor should have told the author to have better sex dreams. Genuinely. Like, if those are... Okay, one, if you have a brother-in-law, if that author has a brother-in-law, he needs to get a restraining order. But it was just, it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know. Like, to pine after your sibling's significant other? Ew. Big ew. Like, I don't know. Just, the whole book seemed gross. The kidnapper let her go. Did you read it, mademoiselle? Do you know this? He was sick of her? Yeah, probably. She just talked for a while, and he was like, get the fuck out. She, like, I felt really bad when I started the book, because I'm like, this chick's kind of a bitch. like, oh no, she got kidnapped. Like, everyone else's lives would probably be a little bit brighter. She did not seem like a pleasant person to be around. It was just, yeah, these books are hit and miss. Are hit and miss. Oh, Wilson says, hello, Soy Wilson. Yeah, no, I know it's you, bro. I know it's you. Yikes. I've made mistakes. but yeah, these romance books are something else. No, by the sound of it, he would have let her go. Yeah, I'd hope so. I don't know how they got out. Maybe I'll, like, well, and not only that, but, like, I'm like, okay, so how's the romance gonna work if they're chained up in some kidnapper's basement? You know? They were chained up separately. And then she was, like, mad at him for it. It's like, he didn't get you kidnapped. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Anyways, just the worst. I know. I do need to just block him. I feel bad. I'm a bad person. Am I a bad person if I block him? Like... Oh, I don't know. What if I need something fixed on my car again? That would make me a bad person. If I like kept it up, I was like, yeah, we're buds, and then I only hit him up to fix stuff for me, then I would be a bad person. The brother-in-law got kidnapped with her? Yes. Yeah, and when they, like, woke up in the basement, that's when I, like, turned it off, because she was still being a total bitch. Like, honey, you're chained up. You're kidnapped. Maybe humble yourself. Maybe, you know, maybe wait and see what he says. Yeah, see if he, like, crosses any weird boundaries. Like, cause yeah, he said friends only. Friends only. Alright? So if anything beyond that, I'm gonna be like, hold up. Guys are the worst at being friends though, in my experience. Then they're like, it's like 3 a.m. and they're like, I think you could be what I need. I'm not joking, that actually did happen. And it was the worst. It was the worst. Alright? Like, he said that. Those words left this man's mouth, and I'm like, no thank you. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, men will say that shit. They're just the worst. I don't know. So we'll see. But I have yarn everywhere right now. It's a problem. Oh, yeah. So I have accepted that if I continue on your flail, Libby, I will not have enough yarn for the sphere. I have 2 rolls of gray yarn, and neither one is enough for the flail. So I bought more gray yarn. But I had so much self-control, because then I was like, yeah, and then I'll ask him if he wants to see my big dick. Exactly. You're gonna love my cock. Ugh, that whole book was an ick. I got further into that than I wanted to, and then I went on to the Reddit forums for, like, romance novels, and everyone was like, this book was the worst. And I was like, okay, thank you. I have so many books. I already got the kind of yarn that I need, Libby. Don't be ordering me any yarn, girly. I am so good. I still have my tall bin is still full. I have so much yarn. I think I won't be, like, I'm only buying yarn when it's like I'm almost out. So this is all I have left for the sweater. So I just replenished the stock. No one needs to be buying me nothing. I got it. I got it. You're too sweet. You're so sweet. But no, this is for you. So I got stuff for your lilies, and then I got the stuff for the flail. So I can keep working on that. What's a flail? Let's see if I can. Boom, that's a flail. Right up there. Because you can, like, swing it, and then you hit. Grumble, 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 rebel, 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 rebel. I know. The worst. But yeah, I have, so that's what I made for my sister for Christmas. It's a medieval weapon. Which, cool thing, some of my gun training, like, is the same as my sword fighting. So I'm like, twofer, I'm gonna have these like habits really solidified for self-defense. And when I run out of ammo, I'll just unsheath my sword and ask if they want to see my huge dick. So, a spiky ball on a stick or on a chain. Yes. You're just testing us. Absolutely. You know what? And had to test me to make sure I had it available. Exactly. No, flails are dope. Flails are so cool. I love AMMA. Like, I'm pretty sure there was someone there with a flail. There's also this thing called, oh my gosh, what was it? It's basically LARPing in the park. Let's see, what is it called? Shit, I'm never gonna be able to find it this summer. If I can spell. No, not flagging. It's something. Anyways, there's a local group in my area that basically, like, they go to parks and they have, like, foam medieval weapons and they basically fight. I just want to watch. Exactly. And if I drop the sword, I'll need like a little knife holster that I can, like, attach to my thigh or something, or like in my boot, Exactly. Exactly. I'm going to be so set for a protest. I am ready for civil unrest, all right? I'm not a prepper, but I'm going to be a bit prepped. Let's see. A mace is without a chain. You just didn't feel like typing all that? Yeah. The LARP group's like low key. I'm not going to use the word cool, but definitely interesting, right? I don't know if I can say cool. It's something. I'm going down this road. I'm not I'm not sure why, but I guess this is like a midlife crisis for me. I mean, my dad got really into medieval stuff. Maybe that's just like what we do, you know? And oddly enough, I like got an what was it? It was some video that was like recommended to me. It popped up on my feed, and it was about gun safety. And basically, these two guys went to the range. He picks up the gun, pulls out his phone, and he takes a picture. He takes a selfie holding the gun, and then he grabs his friend and points the gun at his friend's face to take a picture. And an instructor like came in and shut it all down. It was pretty dope. But I was like, who the fuck does that? Like, you're crazy. Oh, hi, Gus. You gotta warn me, alright? You're not small enough to just be tossing yourself up here, bro. You know that? You wanna lay down? Hi. I love you too. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to... Oh, no, we're not playing that game again. Not doing that again. Oh my god, dude. Whew. Oh, wait, what was that? What was that? I want to go back to that one. Ew. It's the Medieval Cage Fighting Championship! Oh, I'm going the wrong way on the volume. Really? You sure have a lot to say. Oh. No. Hold up. Gus. Good boy. Good boy. Look at you laying down like a good boy. Oh, let me push out so you got more room, bro. Come on, kill each other. Fun fact, in the Monty Python movies, their chainmail was actually crochet. Fun facts. Yeah. Oh, Gus. Gus definitely wants loving. Let's see. Ooh, Mademoiselle, yes. I'll hide a knife between my boobs. I just need to get a boob job so there's more space to hold stuff.
Here we go. This is 5 2-minute rounds for the championship.
I thought about recommending this to my sword fighting teacher, but he's like a legit fencer. So either he already knows or I don't think he would be into this. But I just think it's kind of neat. Because they do actually hit each other and then like they pull off the helmets and they're bloody. It's crazy. And it's more appropriate than regular MMA. Because regular MMA, like, I don't know, I kind of just want them to kiss after, you know, they got each other like pinned or something. It's like, mwah, just do it, hump up. Yeah, they're actual swords. Yes. Yeah, and he's just hitting him with the blunt of the sword.
We were talking about how hard it is to lift the head up once your head is down like that. That is a horrible position to be in.
And they're wearing like full armor, so they have ridiculous weight added to them. I do want him to kiss Mademoiselle. I do. I've looked for it too. I haven't found any good videos. So, it's an itch that can't be scratched. I will. If I ever go to an MMA match, I'm going to be like, kiss him! Because they should. It looks so intimate, you know? They're half naked, clamoring on each other, like, okay, boys, I see you. Just saying, it's like the gayest thing you can watch. Come on. Be so for real. My dad's just like watching it in the family room. I'm like, really, bro? You can't take this privately? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Your son is here. Just inappropriate, really.
For those of you at home, you can switch out weapons. And you can switch hands. Switch hand, yep. So he switched over to a buckler. Absolutely awesome.
I was gonna see if I can get Gus in frame, but I don't think I can.
Just the first.
He's just sitting here being a good boy.
Full 5 total. They're getting in relative position.
I agree. We need a Libby Con. 100%. 100%.
I like that they do that. That's good. I can take it either way. It's not bad enough to ruin it.
See, Libby, you gotta organize this. I can drive to Missouri. It's not that far.
Yeah. Nice. He got out. Nice. He come right back in. Right back in. With that shield punch, yep. Got that point. Shook his head in. Nah, I'm good.
I just think it's, I don't know, it's kind of neat. I would want to do this because my fencing instructor, he brought in like one of his students, and then they put on all their stuff, and then they had like a full-on sword fight in our class the other day, and my phone was in my pocket. It took all my self-restraint not to record. It was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I want to do that. I want to skip straight to that. Let me put on the gear and fight somebody. There's nothing. You're there, Libby. You're the something fun. You're not boring. Shut up. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Gus is trying. This is his back paw. He's. Ow! You. What? You biting me? Yeah, you'll have us. You don't need to be entertaining. Ridiculous. Ludicrous. To Vegas? I've never been to Vegas, so that could be cool. I can visit the chapel where my mom got married. That's a big paw, and he's a big cat. I'd be crocheting right now, but it's kind of in the way. And he knows it too. I was working on my sunflower bag last night, and he kept trying to lay on it. Vegas is fun. What did you do there? I don't gamble. That's my only thing. Like, I went gambling once and I lost $20, and then I just kind of got mad. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm too cheap for gambling. I would see a show. I hear Bruno Mars is basically going to be performing in Vegas forever due to his gambling debts. He has some fun songs. I know Adele and Lady Gaga were in Vegas, but I don't think they are anymore. Are you gonna go now? Yes, no? Just gonna... Alright, bub. Alright, bub. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Okay. Really?
want scumbags. We don't want people to be like, oh,
Vegas can be expensive, but shows are fun. Bruno Mars, is that expensive?
put that
I
kind
mean, tickets in general, my goodness. Who was it?
of people look out for people.
I almost bought Weird Al tickets the other day. He was playing at like a casino an hour away from me, and I was like, should I? But I think I only know like 3 songs, so I don't think I will.
Someone's being dirty to
Just the hotels can be expensive.
with you because people know each other all over the world.
You checked out the prices? No, that's fair. Yeah, tickets are ridiculous.
The name is doing that. But you know
Even when I was in high school, like they weren't this bad, but now the last 11 years, 12 years, it's just gotten absurd. It's like how can you go and do anything?
the fighters don't like that happening.
He's on Mademoiselle. He's on a huge tour right now. Take a look because he just added a bunch of dates, and I think the tickets were like $40. Like they're really affordable, so you should totally check it out if you want to see him. All-inclusive resort. Yo, if there's an all-inclusive resort, we should go to one that has like, because a lot of those have like unlimited booze, and we should go to one on a beach if we're gonna do all-inclusive.
Swordsmanship of this level of the modern world.
And if we get enough people to commit, then we can definitely get like discounts too. You want to see him so badly, dude? He's on a massive tour. You probably can.
Propelled off that back leg and long.
There's like hair everywhere now. It's gonna overstimulate me. Whew. I love my cat. But dear God.
So I had this little switch that's kind of like a yabba dabba do, like go forward. Antonio,
Yeah, it's weirdal.com
see if Adam changed that.
is his site. He's on the Bigger and Weirder 2025 tour.
Adam's doing a good job of just kind of controlling the center of the ring.
Let's see.
Antonio move around.
All of his Vegas shows are sold out. Oh, one of them is still in. He's in Riverside, California in June. He's in.
Amateur cage is a lot smaller than this to make
Is that the only California date? Connecticut, Virginia, Carolina,
we're fighting a cloth man. Yeah, and so you don't really have
Louisiana, Oregon. He's in Mountain View, California in August. Modesto, California in August. Redding, California. Rohnert Park, California. San Diego, Inglewood. And that's all in August. He's doing a trip down. Yeah, and he's in Minnesota in September. So that's the one I was looking at going. Let's see here. I think it was 4 tickets that I was looking at. Let's see.
And this is one where it's going 5 rounds, so you gotta conserve.
Okay, in my area they're like $74 now.
Yeah, 'cause normally this is
I thought it was cheaper when I looked.
gonna get all out, but we still got 2 more. I know.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this changes the game a bit. You know,
What happened there?
feeling each other out last couple rounds. I mean, they came out a little hot, but they pulled it back. Now they're gonna dial in the game plan for the rest of the match. You know, this is where it really
Fucking Ticketmaster. Yeah, so it's $74.
With it, there's a little bit of weakness. Like in an instance, if Adam gets to the wall up again, so he gets more and push him back down. If Antonio can turn around, get some more shots in, use his agility and get that more strikes, he's gonna do it. Yep, and that could be
Everybody is a bikini body.
that energy and then
Mademoiselle.
those later rounds to get in.
Let's see.
Those points. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Libby. Get her. $74 for Weird Al. Weird Al is $74. I wonder what Bruno Mars is. Let's see. Let's see. Jeez, he's just
This brings it back to
all over Las Vegas. Let's see.
like this is not the weapon I want to fight with.
View tickets.
That's experience.
These sites are so stupid.
And a little more sword play from Antonio there.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh no, he's fine. He's just adjusting, which you're allowed to have that long. It's long.
What?
Nice that Adam.
Sort by low to high. What?
Trying to control
control that distance. I saw the opportunity, came in like a shark.
The cheapest ticket for Bruno Mars is $750. And I'm pretty sure that's not including fees. The most who the fuck is paying $3,000 to see Bruno Mars? Who is paying that? What the woes? Okay, I'm gonna close out of that. That was yikes. No, $750, Libby. $750 to see Bruno Mars in Vegas. I just selected like the closest date. Yeah, I'll see Weird Al for $75. My mom wanted me to go see. Her and my dad got tickets to some country singers, and I'm just like, no thanks. It's all guys. I think it's I don't remember who it is, but I was just like, no, I'm good. I don't want to hear your stadium country. If it's not the chicks, I don't want it. No, not worth it at all, Mademoiselle. Lincoln, California for $41 for Weird Al. Yeah, when I looked the other day at the Weird Al tickets, they were like $40. If you pay $3,000, you want him to wake up. Do you, Mademoiselle? Do you know what Bruno Mars looks like? Are you sure about that? Google his height. It's like a child. He's like, I think he's my height. I think I'm taller than Bruno Mars. Hold on. I need to, how tall is Bruno? There we go. Oh, he's 5'5". I thought he was way shorter than that. Who did I see him next to? Why does he look so tiny next to people? Maybe that's why. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you this, because this is why I said what I said. All right, I'm gonna defend myself for my words against Bruno. That's why I said what I said. This is why I thought he was so much shorter. Ain't no way bro's 5'5". What the? She is a giant. Who is this giantess? Like, what the fuck? And how can I get those genetics? Man, if my mom had just waited a few years for my stepdad. Bro's 6'4". I could probably be 5'5". Yeah, boob height. Mademoiselle's apparently Mademoiselle's a gazelle. You should change it to Mad Gazelle. I was gonna say, but no, Mademoiselle is good. He does. He looks tiny. That's why I thought he must have been like 3 feet tall. He looks like a little feller. Apparently, I'm just mean. Damn it, I'm never gonna escape the bitch allegations. Ain't no way that's Taylor Swift. She looks at least 40. That ain't no way that's Taylor Swift. Is it? I don't pay attention to Taylor Swift. Have you seen Taylor Swift from the side though? She's got like the most wicked hunch going on. It's crazy. Girl needs to stop slouching. Mad Gazelle. I'm so jealous you're tall. Like, what the fuck? If I was tall, I'd be unstoppable. People don't take short people seriously. I've recognized that. In, like, professional settings, I'm not taken seriously. Plus, I sound like this, so people are like, oh, you're a doormat. You're a little doormat. It's hard to, command respect from down here. That's why Lady Gaga wears those insane shoes. Let's see. You thought that woman was 40? Yeah, no way. Taylor Swift is 5'11". Yeah, she's monstrously tall. It's insane. Like, holy shit. Yeah, I didn't know that was Taylor either.
He did a good job. He's done some
I guess it is.
smacked him with the end.
He looks so little next. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm going to put it back up. I'm going to put it back up.
Breathing, losing it. He's tired. 1 minute. Yeah, he gave that thumbs up to the ref.
Guys, guys, guys.
Just in a position where you
Look at his little feet. Oh my goodness.
Antonio
Do you see that? Look at his little feet.
college
They're so cute.
to the pro.
I bet I could fit in his shoes. That is adorable.
Away from it.
That is so cute. You know, like when you play with a baby's feet, you know? They're so little. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he knows it's working. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. No, 100%. That's I need a t-shirt with that.
Can we see Taylor Swift's feet? No, she's got them covered. Prude. Let me see your feet.
AMA.com. Find out where you can fight, learn, get into the sport.
Alright.
Go back to this.
I'm gonna stop being weird
I'd like to see Antonio try.
about feet and about them, but I'm gonna be weird about something else now.
He's down by 3 now. Is it 3 takedowns?
See, yeah, this is like way better than regular MMA. They'd have to take off their helmets to kiss. So,
Full distance. Yeah.
I mean, at least they're still pinning each other.
Adams just got past his feet that way, but it's good now.
Walking up to get the award. I know, right? Right, it's like he's getting a participation trophy in soccer. He did so good.
They're gonna get that well-deserved.
You know, he's just like, here you go, little guy.
Antonio knows
You know, just calls him sport or champ. Hey, buddy.
he's got to keep
I'm gonna start doing that to men. How's it going, buddy? You have a good day? That's what I do to my little brother, actually. It's very condescending. I should start doing it to all men, that's why.
points. Then he's gonna have to use that energy to get a throw in there, right? Or at least control or get out and go. And Adams not letting him do it. No.
She's like, there you go.
Don't have enough room to actually make something really
She's ready to give him like his orange slices and Gatorade. Then they're gonna go to the Pizza Hut afterwards.
I mean, she's
Like, what?
she's saying
That's just what my upbringing was like when I played soccer. We got, you know, it's tradition. You just go to. It's back when Pizza Hut actually had, like, you would dine in a Pizza Hut. It's crazy times.
like, dude, you're down. The person is down. Just go as hard as you possibly can and just balls to the wall.
Uppies, yes! Okay, that is my beef with, like, really tall guys. Because it does reach a point where I'm like, at what point am I asking for uppies? Like, get down here, bitch, so I can give you a hug or something. I don't like hugging people's stomachs. And I don't like looking, like, up at people either. Because, you know, it's weird. And I just, yeah, I don't know. It does feel like uppies sometimes. It's like you gotta race them to the stairs so you can get like up 2 steps to give them a proper hug. Like, I want to be hugged like a person, you know. I think that's like my dad is 6'4", and so I'm used to, like, you know, when I hug him, I'm basically hugging like between his stomach and his chest, you know. And so I'm just like, I want to give like a normal hug, shoulder to shoulder. So you gotta race them there. My least favorite thing. Or they do like that weird squat down. Yeah, no, I don't love it. I don't love it. Yeah, it's the worst. I don't know. It makes me feel like a kid. I don't want that with a significant other. That's why I usually go down height, you know. I don't need someone super tall.
5 rounds. Sure, and everyone's still here. Everyone is still here. Yeah, no one's cleared out. No, we got crowd.
I tried to find one of these in my area, and I was deeply unsuccessful. Let's see. I've only found them in, like, the Dakotas. Let's see, events. Choose your city. Tennessee, Ohio, Chicago, Houston, Phoenix, and Portland. I could go to Chicago. Waitlisted, you bitch. Ew, I'm not gonna log into your weird site. Gross. How dare you? Okay, yeah, no, there's nothing. Coming soon. Cause now they built like a fast train in my area, so I can get to Chicago by train in like 8 hours. I was thinking about doing that for my birthday, but then I also thought about hiring a clown, so I don't know what I'm doing.
That's what the Adam is just taking it. Because in the future, not speaking of
When your ex-girlfriend would stand on a chair, we could hug at the same height. Oh, that's little. Oh my god. That's funny. Yeah, I keep step stools around, you know? Where you gotta be like, wait, 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 and you get your little step stool, and you get to, yeah. And it's like, okay, now I'm ready. Like, it's dumb. Mademoiselle, shut up. Shut up, stomach height, wink. Shush. Your face. Your face. Alright? Love the video of women putting their cameras at the height, yeah, and being like, oh god, yeah, no. It's very humbling. It's deeply humbling, yeah. You want to go to Chicago? It's fun. I went there, when I was in high school. We took a trip to Chicago. And in Chicago, they have a Medieval Times, which is, if you haven't heard of it, basically, like, you're served this meal that you basically, like, eat with your hands, and then you watch, like, jousting and fighting competitions, and, like, you're seated in different sections, and your section is your team, which is the knight that you're rooting for, basically. It's super fun. For me, I think it's fun. I'm very low class, apparently. Does not take much to impress me. On a stair, not a chair. Okay. Oh, okay. I see it. I see it. I misread. I was gonna say, like, holy crap. Is she Bruno Mars height? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you'll meet us in Chicago. Whoop whoop, Chicago. You've always wanted to go there, like, yeah, that's one thing my student class did when we went there, and it was so freaking cool. And then basically, like, we got to Chicago, and we all loaded up, or we all, like, unloaded from the bus, and then they were like, have at it. They just set us loose in Chicago with no nothing. And, yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get lost. I'm surprised. I actually almost got hit by a car, so that was pretty fun. But, yeah, good times. Good times in Chicago. Let's see. And then, like, one of the hotel rooms, they got busted for playing strip poker. And I was, what was I doing? I was hanging out with a few friends they were watching, like, a boxing match. And I'm just like, this is boring. I want to go. Oh, and they give him a little crown. That's so cute. Ew. That guy looks like he stinks. He needs to shave. I don't like a lot of facial hair going on. You look dirty. You want to go dressed up? Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll wear, like, our Milk Maiden outfits. 100%. I was the money holder. Yeah. For real. It's a fun time. But, oh my gosh. Yeah, no. Medieval Times is dope. It really is. I don't care what anyone says. I need the Renaissance to, I need to start sewing more so I can make something for Renaissance and have it ready to go. But yes, I'm very, very excited for this year. So we'll see. Right? Yeah, they needed to have, like, you know, a maiden come out and crown him. That would have been so fun. Simmer down, Libby. Bro's been doing this for 20 years? Yeah, you look like it. I should be nicer. Exactly, in a place where nobody knows you and it doesn't fucking matter. 100%. 100%. That would be so fun. Absolutely. Like, that's half of my Pinterest is, like, dresses. I was looking for some reason. I have an obsession right now with, like, nightgowns. Like, the old-timey ones for some reason. So I want to sew some. You know, Granny had, like, 18 kids wearing one of them. There's got to be something about them. I think it's because, like, it doesn't... I think there's something nice about not revealing everything. So that way, like if you walk in front of a light, you know, because they're pretty thin, so you get like glimpses. Or if there's like, or if you move it a certain way, you get glimpses of what's below. But nowadays, everything's just like all in your face, all out there. Yeah, there's some really pretty ones that I was looking at where it's like a V-neck and then I want to put like buttons on it. I think that would be nice. But yeah. And then just like wear that and then put one of those like murder your husband robes which has like the fur on the cuffs, you know? Just peek. I have like a red velvet robe that I absolutely love. But I only wear it when I'm in like a deep depression. So if you see me in that, like, things aren't going well. If I'm in a robe, like, it's a bad time. Let's see. Am I doing 3 on the cuff? Let's see. This pattern was stumping me the other day, too. I don't quite understand the words that she's saying, but I'm doing my best. And 3 double crochets just in the corner. Okay. Because basically, if I remember this right, making our sleeves. Which I don't like that a lot of the pictures that they use aren't of the actual cardigan. And I also think that I'm not quite doing this right. I don't care for this pattern that I bought. Let's see. Top of the sleeve. And then we're folding. Okay. I don't know, it just doesn't, I don't think there's enough here to go around me. At least not to maybe crisscross. I know I have to add to the sleeves. We'll see. We'll see, and if needed, I'll just kind of like hodgepodge. Let's see. Oh, I should have. Oh, that's right. I do have a drink. Yeah, I'm being super responsible. So I just got paid. I like laid out a budget, and then I bought like I followed my shopping list to a T, and then I bought like filters for my vacuum, a filter for my air purifier, like really responsible stuff. And my goal is to like spend as little money as possible right now. But I did get my Diet Coke. Because I was gonna get a case of, well, it's a Diet Cola that I get. I don't actually get Coke. The Aldi is always sold out of it, and the grocery stores around me don't carry off-brand, so I might have to go to the dollar store. We'll see, but I do love the dollar store. And I almost bought this really pretty garland to put over some of my shelves. And then I was like, you know what? I've been thinking about getting that garland for months and months and months now. I can still wait, like another time. Because then tomorrow I'm getting my nails done, finally. I don't know if you can see. They're like, will it focus? They're super grown out. Like, there's almost, I don't know, there's a ton of space in between. I gotta do stuff. But beyond that, no more spending money. Which I'm excited about, because that way I can save for a PC, and then I can also save for like, I want to get some music lessons this year. So I was looking at the community classes, And it's for, the banjo class coming up is for what's called claw hammer banjo, which is, it has a very unique sound. It's very much more, I personally think it's more like a bluegrass, or, yeah, like a bluegrass banjo, which I'm not crazy about. I prefer, like, just the standard 5-string banjo. So I'm trying to find, like, local classes in my area that I could take. So I want to save for that and get an instrument. So I think that'll be really fun, though, because that's something I wanted to learn since I was a kid, which is ridiculous, because now, like, my little brother is in music lessons and everything, and I'm like, damn, why didn't y'all, like, get me music lessons? I wanted to learn stuff, so now I'm doing it as an adult. But, and I work very hard not to, like, no resentment. I love my little brother to death, but at the same time, it's like, damn, y'all really did nothing. But yeah, so I looked more into the class that I had found, and I was like, oh, that's not, oh, my bad. That's not quite the instrument I wanted to be playing. Where is, I have just yarn everywhere. I'm trying to, trying to organize myself here. Okay. Let's see. I do want to find a different video, though. As much as fun as this is, I think it's fun. That's a great first round. Yeah, excellent technique. I don't know what they were doing. Oh, there's me. Anyways. I gotta watch your video, Libby. Did you see this? They got a fucking hour-long thing. I want to know what they're saying, but at the same time, I'm very, very curious as to what they're saying is she's lying about, you know? Sure. I didn't check if it's copyright free, so hopefully they don't get me for that. You watched 4 Amberlynn Reid videos? Holy shit, I do need to catch up. I don't know. Yeah, brothers do get to do things, yeah. Oh, I know. It's well, even my little sister, like, it's basically like those two got to do everything. My little sister got to do music lessons as well as like curling and stuff like that. The most I did was like a season of soccer, but I moved so often it wasn't really an option. But I feel like music lessons could have been something that was like steady, you know, just find a new, you know, teacher or whatever. Salty Crab put up an hour-long video saying that Amberlynn Reid's live was all lies. I didn't get to finish the live either. Did you finish the live? Oh, and Lex's most recent video? Ew. I'm so sick of her. Yeah, exactly, Mademoiselle. Ugh, Lex, I agree. Yeah. Mademoiselle, you have siblings? Siblings are fun, don't get me wrong. But it's just one of those where it's like, we had such different upbringings. Like, my older sister, her and I were raised separately, basically. And then she went to live with my other parents, and I stayed and lived with my dad and stepmom, and then they had 2 more kids. And it was just, like, super weird. And then, obviously, I left, and then those 2 were kind of raised together, and now my little sister is going to be leaving, and then it'll just be my brother. So it's very weird. We're all very separated. It's very disjointed. You haven't finished her live? Okay, I'm very curious. You should know if you have, right? Any brother or sister-in-laws. Ideally, you would know, right? Shoot. That's when, you know, you never, maybe. Secret lives of people. I'm debating on whether or not I should be able to just like cross over on this. I think it'd just be nice to finish a project, Heather. You gotta focus yourself. My only beef is that I'm gonna end up with 2 rows of light pink. That's my only gripe right now. But it's her pattern, and I'm just gonna follow it. Just gonna, I guess, do what I'm told. For the moment, for the meantime, until I decide I don't want to do what I'm told anymore. Where is this coming from? Here we go. You're sure it'll look fine? I hope so. I don't care for, cause look, let me pull it up. It's this pattern, and basically, so I'm skipping the back cause I gotta block my my hearts that I made. So, and this is my beef, like, instead of seeing actual images of what they're doing, we get like drawings, and then we get this one, which is a bit unclear though in her pictures. But she's saying, with the pieces folded, attach the yarn to the top right side corner space. So that's what I did, and then I chain 3 double crochet in the first space, and then 3 double crochet in every space until you reach the bottom corner, which I did. And then we chain 3 and 3 double crochets in the bottom corner, and then in the corresponding you do the same thing over again, and then you're going to slip stitch into the space on the first hexagon and 3 double crochet in the next space on the current side you're working, which I don't understand. Alternate slip stitching the piece to the first hexagon with making 3 double crochet in every space until you reach the top left side corner space. And here are her crummy pictures that don't do a damn thing to show me what I'm actually doing. And then, like, and then she's doing this, which is a completely different project, clearly. And so I'm just like, I'm confused and I feel dumb because I just keep rereading the same instructions over again, and it's not making sense to me. Gimli, Gimli, help me. Cause yeah, so I'm like stuck. Let's see. You and Libby are going to get married. Amberlynn is our maid of honor, and you'll be the bridesmaid. And Lizzie R is the flower girl. Okay. Okay, I'm a little peeved that Amberlynn Reed gets to be the maid of honor, but whatever. That's certainly a choice, and it's yours. Cracked yourself up. You can't get married until 2026. Why? Why not until 2026? My friend told me the other day the thought of me dating makes her laugh. She's like, yeah, I don't see that for you. And I'm like, thanks? Thank you? I don't know how to feel about her words. Let's see. Because Lizzie R being the flower girl, yeah, no, that would be hilarious. Aw, you two are so cute. You just, you know, live together until you become like common law partners. When did I say I didn't want to be the maid of honor? Show me the receipts. Show me your photoshopped receipts. I've never said those words in my life. Because Sai is going to stay single. Good for you. Did you like make that commitment to stay single? I'm going on 4 years of being single. And I love it. I genuinely love it. I can be selfish and like do whatever I want. The thought of not being single, like, ugh, I don't know. So that 5 streams ago, I probably did. I changed my mind, okay? Nah, I'm kidding. I'll totally be a bridesmaid. Maid of honor is a lot of responsibility, so I don't want it. That's like, I don't know what to think about that, but like I'm involved in a few groups, and whenever I start to get too much responsibility, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want people to look to me for things. That ain't me. I'm not your person for that. And I think it's important that I remind people of that too, where it's just like, no. They're like, oh, Heather could. No. Heather could very well not. I will run away. Let's see. I think you remember her saying that as well. Yeah, exactly. I don't like it, alright? It's like leaving me alone with a child. Like, no. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want your burden. Like, I ain't your babysitter. Oh my god. When I worked retail, I worked in a children's section, and the number of times a parent would be like, oh, can I just leave my... No! The fuck not? Like, absolutely not. This is not a daycare. I'm not CPR certified yet. Like, what the fuck? So weird. So weird. Absolutely not. Plus, I'm terrified of dropping a baby, I'm not gonna lie. Terrified. Let's see, you've been single for like 6 years, but you don't want anyone talking to me or hitting you up. Exactly. It's your year to focus on you. I love that. I love that. Have you started thinking about like plans for what you're gonna focus on? I like to focus on hobbies, and I'm really big into just like learning new things and saying no. I do say no a lot now. I used to not. I went on a rant about that the other day during Amberlynn Reed's live. I gotta upload it. I gotta upload it so the community can call me an am baby and eat me alive. I'll be flambéed. Lizzie R is 18, so you don't have a child, and thank God. Thank God. Like, frankly, it's just weird. I don't know what to say to a child where I'm just like, go away so I can, say whatever I want to say. That's the worst part. Hanging out with my brother, and he's like, oh, you said a bad word. And I'm like, yeah, and I'll say a lot more. Like, stop listening. Or leave. Let's see. You would have to leave. I would have said, you leave your child, I call CPS. No, for real. For real. It is so weird to, like, trust a random person. And it's probably because, like, a woman's like, oh, well, you're another woman. Women do terrible things all the time. Like, women in male fields. Sometimes we murder our entire families. Men do it more frequently, yes. But, you can't just trust that. Oh, wow, that stitch looks like shit. I was watching, oh my god, what was it? It was something about family annihilators, because I find them fascinating. But men will straight up, they'll be like, I think the lady at the coffee shop up the road is cute, so I better murder my entire family so I can go be with her. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Not as weird as these stitches are looking, though. What? You know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna look at this too hard. Okay. Let's see. Your weight and your mentals are your top priority. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Same thing for me this year. I'm just focusing on my health. I've been doing kettlebell training, which I absolutely love. And then between that and like the sword fighting, and I'll be bike riding soon. Like, I'm super stoked for this year. I'm gonna do so much paddleboarding too. I can't wait. Oh, what did I go off on during Amber's streams? I went off on, like, I talked a lot about the people pleasing and the ways that it is a form of manipulation, and the fact that Beck became resentful within the relationship for their own people pleasing. Like, yeah, she probably got to a point where she looked around, she was like, this ain't my life, I don't want it. And I talked a bit about, like, my experience when I was in my marriage, and I basically people pleased myself within that marriage. And I talked about how the way that it is manipulation, where it's unfair because you're being your inauthentic self, to those around you, and it's denying them the option of, it's not denying them from meeting your authentic self and deciding whether or not they want you in their life when you decide to be who everyone around you wants you to be, you know? And I did that. I know all about cars and football and all this other shit because I was like, maybe if, you know, I, you know, act this way and I know these things and I talk about these things, then, you know, maybe the people in my life will want to connect with me. And that is, in a way, it's manipulation to be inauthentic, to get people to like you or to maintain these relationships inauthentically. So I talked about that basically, in the way that, like, Beck isn't taking accountability for those things. They're painting everything as this black and white, good and bad, you know, victim and abuser, when it's somewhere in between, much like you've said before. And I just, it's very frustrating to me because Beck had every opportunity to stand up for themselves, to set boundaries, to say no, and they didn't, you know, and that's the way that Beck was, you know, complicit and participated in that dynamic within the codependency that the relationship turned into. It turned into just a codependent mess, and they probably felt resentful, and now they're out of it. And much like I was with my marriage, I looked around and went, wow, I gave all of this to someone who didn't appreciate any of it, you know. And it's just, that's my beef with it. That's my beef, and that's what I talked about on Thursday. You need to do a Lord of the Rings stream. You both got me wanting to watch it. Hell yeah, I definitely will. Kettlebells are amazing. Yeah, I love kettlebells. And I've been trying to, like, wake up earlier so I can, like, do some stuff in the morning. So hopefully that'll help. But I think also just, like, signing up for various classes and whatnot's just been great. Stitch bike riding, girl, you've been trying to get somebody to do that with you? Yeah, no, 100%. My friend, her bike is electric, so I don't fuck with going on bike rides with her because I'm, like, dying and she's just, you know, cruising along. But my mom is going to be getting a bike, so I'm going to make her go a lot with me. And then there's also a group that does, like, a regular, I think it's, like, Saturday mornings they go on bike rides. So, yeah, no, 100%. I love bike riding. Do you think Amber taking on her girlfriend's hobbies and such is part of that people pleasing as well? It could be, Libby. I was talking more in lines of Beck. I think Amberlynn, because Amberlynn probably has some tendencies too. I don't know if they're necessarily people pleasing, but I think she definitely tries to, like, mirror those that she's around. To help maintain the relationship with her fear of abandonment. Probably. Yeah, there's probably some coping mechanism in there where she's, you know, mirroring. And don't get me wrong, like, I mirror people's body language. You know, when I sold cars, I do a lot, like, I'm very aware of body language, and so I did a lot of very intentional mirroring within sales. You know, it's very common, and it can be, you know. But I don't know as far as Amber to that depth, but it could be, or she's just looking for, like, you know, commonality. Libby, you miss riding a bike. You used to ride your bike all the time when you were a teenager. Yeah, I love, it's just so nice. My stepdad and I had a tandem bike, and we would do, like, 20 plus miles. It was great. And that was when I was, like, a kid, obviously, but yeah, it's just so fun to go out. You downloaded the Mila app for a 7-day trial that you need to start with. What is that, like, is that a therapy app? What is Mila? You used to always skateboard as a teenager? Bro, I have a skateboard. Last year I started to learn, so I'm excited for this spring to, like, practice more. That was one thing that's one thing I did when I left my marriage. I was basically like, all the things that I've been wanting to do that I haven't done, I'm going to try them. Same with, like, the music lessons. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. I spent 1 year was just rollerblading. And I finally, like, I gave it from spring, summer, and fall. And at the end of fall, I was like, I don't like rollerblading. I've given it my all. I hate it. So then and now I'm on skateboarding. So yes, I love that. You skateboard? Fuck yeah. I'm so jealous. I wanted to do it as a kid, but I was told it was for boys. You ride your stationary bike? Yeah, I used to have a stationary bike. It's nice. I have a walking pad that I like to use for in the winter. Yeah, absolutely, Libby. You think we all do that on some level in relationships? We want to connect with our partners more. Absolutely, and that's normal. That's normal. What I look at is like Beck putting their needs aside, right? They put their hobbies aside, they put their needs aside, they put, whatever life plan or trajectory they may have wanted, it went to the wayside. And then they wanted to, it seems like they really just wanted to keep the peace. And so that's when, we talk about where you refrain from communicating and you start to repress things because, if I bring this up, it's going to cause a fight, so then you put all that aside and you tamp it down, and then you're going to just build resentment, essentially. Which obviously resentment is such a killer for relationships. If you want to completely kill your relationship, build resentment from not communicating and not advocating for yourself and not having those boundaries. And that's where I really think Beck lost the plot for themselves. And, that's something that they should take accountability for. And that's what I'm not seeing. And that's what drives me crazy in this dynamic that we're seeing play out. Camilla Lorenza started a fitness app. You may have seen her and her wife on TikTok or YouTube. Camilla and Julie. Oh, I haven't. I have not been on TikTok since they got rid of it because I don't trust it. Let's see here, because they got rid of it. Camilla and Julia. They got rid of it and then immediately brought it back, and I'm like, yeah, but what did they bring it back with? I just never re-downloaded it. Let's see. Is this the right one? I don't think it is. Their couple goals. Oh, Milla. Let's see. Pick your energy level and suggest activities to match. Damn, $100 a year? Holy shit. So stretching. Middle, low energy. I'm just seeing what it's about. Interesting. I just, where is she? Do I not have her on here anymore? There's just a couple, there's a couple YouTubers that post Pilates and yoga sequences that I like to do. Otherwise, I just kettlebell, which I don't have any real, pattern that I follow. Well, I do. I just know what I'm gonna do. Am I still subbed to Salty Crab? I gotta change that. I have not watched their videos in forever. But yeah, there's tons of free stuff that I like to find. I love free shit, so that's my bag and jam. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Mademoiselle. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Exactly. And again, there's two sides, and what really happened is probably somewhere in the middle. There's no 100% right, 100% wrong. They're absolutely, especially in those dynamics, it's very common with relationships that have a lot of gaslighting. It does fuck with your memory. It does fuck with your memory on what actually did happen. So I obviously we can't prove exactly what happened day to day, but I don't know. I just think it's unfair and it's a false narrative that's being spun. And I think it's just, again, it's just weird. This relationship was so long ago. You know, it would be like me going on panels to talk about my ex, where it's, who does that help? What does that do? What is the point? Where is the side that I just crocheted? That's what I would like to know. There we go. I think. Something's not adding up. Let's see here. Okay. So, I think I'm supposed to... Let me back up. I think I'm supposed to... I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I keep being like... I'm just gonna keep repeating that until something happens. Let's see, I'm gonna slip stitch there and hope it's right. I'm just gonna make it up as I go. Okay, let's see here. I know, Libby, no one's gonna believe Amber. I know, that's why I don't think she should have done that live, dude. I think she should have done a pre-recorded video. She should have popped the screenshots up. There's just no winning here for her, you know? And we know it. Everyone knows it. Let's see here. You have a week trial right now before you decide if you want to pay for it. But yeah, nobody is going to, even if she has screenshots. Exactly. One of the first things they were saying was that it was fake. But then, you know, everyone was so quick to believe those screenshots that went up onto Instagram that were supposedly, you know, so-and-so and, you know, all this other fake bullshit that's come out. And they're just like, oh, yeah, no, that's real. That's if it's against her, it's real. If it's not, it's fake. That's, you know, and how do you argue with that? You've dated people who didn't like what you like, and you promised yourself you'll never go through that again. Yes, like any of my hobbies, they were dumb, or just like, I'm a big fan. Like, you don't have to be good at everything you do. You can do something and you don't have to be the best at it. And people with that mentality will look at you and they'll just be like, well, why are you even doing that? You know, or they'll intentionally show you that they're better than you are to like take the wind out of your sails, to you know, people like that are miserable and they suck the life out of everything until one day they decide to look at you and be like, you're not the same person that I fell in love with. Get fucked. Get wrecked with that shit. My ex said that to me and I'm like, you hated her. You hated me. Like, straight up. And they do. They do. People like that fucking hate you. Exactly, Mademoiselle. That is a great bar to set. 100%. Even if it's not my bag, like, if someone's into something, awesome. I love that you have other interests. I love that we have differing interests. I don't want to share every single little thing. I want you to go off and do your thing while I go do my thing. And later, we'll hang out and talk about our different things. Awesome. I love it. Let's see. You think having some different interests can be a good thing? Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. Because people, like, you need to maintain your own individuality. Like, it's so easy to get lost and sucked in. Especially if they are a person who wants to shit on what you like. And what, you know, anything that you want to try. I like trying new things. Am I immediately going to be good at it? Fuck no. Who is? Show me someone who tries something and is an immediate pro. You think Tony Hawk stepped on a skateboard and was, you know, immediately dropped in? No. No. He spent like 2 years, you know, eating shit and fuck it up. And that's okay. Like, it's such a weird mentality where it's like, oh, if you're not automatically good at it, why are you bothering? Like, why are you bothering? You're bad at life. Stop it. It's dumb. It's such a shit mentality. That's something my ex did where I got, during COVID, I got really into web development because I was like, this could be cool. This could be fun. Something new and different. And then he did everything he could to show me, like, how much better he was at it than I was. And I was just like, okay. And I'm still gonna, you know, work on this. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if I'm not the best at it, I don't need to be. It's just, yeah. I like that, Mademoiselle. You need to have the same interests, not exactly, but similar. Really? The part of the live that you saw was just all over the place. Yeah, she was jumping all over the place. And she got into the trap of saying, yes, I did X, but Beck did this thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think the live was not the right move. You would never shit on your partner's interest or hobbies. You would love to hear them talk about things. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I want to hear their interests, but I don't necessarily have to share everything. Yeah, yeah. Tony Hawk actually did a kickflip leaving the birth canal, alright? Like, psh, don't even talk. No, for real. It's just so lame to me. And it kind of, like, looking back, it kind of tells me that, like, that person's probably really insecure, is the way I look at it now. And I have no desire to be around that level of insecurity. I don't know. I think it's alright to have, like, similar hobbies, you know, but I don't know. I think a few things that are your own is perfectly fine. But, you know, to each their own. You know, different people want different things out of relationships, you know, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. I just think when it becomes a point where it's, like, negative, where it's like, why? Gross. Ain't nobody got time for that. But, I don't know. I feel like if someone's gonna be toxic, they're gonna be toxic, so. Am I? Oh, that looks ugly. Where is that coming from? Oh. Hold up. Hold up. I think I'm figuring this out. I think. Oh, I did that wrong. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta catch up on the drama. I just think what Beck and them are doing is so weird. So weird to go on these little panels and do all of this. And it's all for the money. Like, they might... I don't even, like... Is anyone even asking them, like, why are you speaking out? And they're probably gonna be like, well, we just don't want her to do this to anyone else. When in reality, they just want money. That's all I can think it is now. I'm never gonna call Beck the nickname that they were calling her, but at the same time, maybe they weren't wrong. Kinda seems financially driven, you know? But girl world is a mess right now. Things were simpler in 2021, I feel like. I feel like things have really taken a turn. I don't know. So, I think I'm doing this right, but per the pattern, there's no, like, good reference photo to tell me if I am or not, which I love that for me. I'm not loving this pattern, but it's kind of looking like this, I guess. And, I mean, I'm gonna tell myself it looks like hearts and just roll with it. So, we're doing it, Mr. Krabs! Let's see. They're probably going to say that it's their story to tell and to help others that have been in an abusive relationship. They're just speaking their truth. Ugh. Gross. Gross. Frankly. Well, I'm just speaking my truth when I say that they seem money hungry and lame. The fact that they have, like, fiancés and shit, like, they're in a whole new relationship. I'm sorry, but if I was with someone and their whole social media and internet presence was their ex, move on. Like what the fuck? Is that all they talk about? Like, they just sit around and talk about Amberlynn Reed? I mean, good God. She's living in their minds rent fucking free at this point. I wasn't joking about those Mariah Carey references. She should dress up as Mariah Carey and like do a parody. I need her TikTok to be like, why you so obsessed with me? Because it's really weird. You don't know anything about Becky, but you're learning a little bit and found out a nickname of exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you know the nickname that we're talking about. Exactly. It seems a bit, right? Just saying. Maybe it was an accurate name, because I was on her side for a minute. But I just think it's, I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah, same. You would leave that relationship, like, over it and let's focus on us and our future. Exactly. Exactly. Like, you should be planning your wedding and looking toward... Go to therapy. If you need to talk about your ex this much, go to fucking therapy, bro. Like, that's so weird. And frankly, I think people should go to therapy. If you're someone who, like, hopscotches into fucking relationships, pause, go to therapy. I did 2 years and, like, 1 year of intensive therapy. And then another year of just, like, casual figuring my shit out therapy. And highly recommend it. My ex immediately moved in with a new woman. Well, actually, he moved her into my house when he thought that he could afford it without me. And then he had to sell the house because he realized he couldn't, which I found hilarious. It made me feel so good, actually. There's a few things every now and then that I'll, like, think about and I'm like, karma. Karma, karma. But, genuinely, like, weird. Weird. Let's see. Beck's fiance probably saw how much they can make from talking about Amber. Yeah, probably. At this point, I genuinely believe it is just financial motivation. And it's gross. It's cringe. It's sad, really. Like, cool, you have nothing better going on in your life that you just sit there and talk about your ex all day. Fascinating, you know? And that's probably not really gonna help much with what she should be doing to improve herself. You know, how is that working on yourself? You're gonna air all of this misremembered, made-up, half-truth tea, and then get married? What are they gonna do after the marriage, you know? I don't know. It's you and me, not you, me, and Amberlynn. Yeah. Different one. The nickname Beck, or back when Beck was with Amber. Beggy? There's a few. Libby scolded you for using it in her live. Did you call her Beggy in the live? The community just eats this shit up. If the community wasn't so fucking bloodthirsty for any little drop of tea to validate their thoughts about Amber, yeah. Yeah, no, 100% Libby. It's cringe. I don't even know what it is at this point. I mean, Amberlynn Reed is lucky that they no longer burn women at the stake, because the community probably would try and get her. Like, it's just weird. Isn't that interesting to think about? That they just used to, like, burn random women alive, or they would drown them? Society's scary. Society's very scary. Anyways, I occasionally think about that. I'm just like, damn. If I was living back then, I'd probably be burned alive. Or they would drown me because, you know, well, if she lives, she's a witch. Like, cool. None of those women lived after you drowned them. So, like, what the fuck? What was the point? Anyways. I digress. No necky. No necky. That's what they called her? I don't remember hearing no necky. No, I used no neck Beck. Mean, mademoiselle. I can't believe you would say that. Who laughed? Who's in here laughing? That was rude. Oh my goodness. But it was perfect. Peak moment. Yes, I believe it. I'm gonna have to go back and catch your peak moment. Oops, our bad. She wasn't a witch. Yeah, no. For real. I just watched this movie about Lizzie Borden. And honestly, like, good for her. Good for her. And there's tits in that movie. Not only Kristen Stewart's, but whoever played Lizzie Borden. And all I can think about is, like, maybe I should wear corsets more often if that's what they do for women. But obviously those women aren't living in corsets. But anyways, tits. So, it's a good movie too. Very, very gross at certain points. I spent a lot of time on my couch in, like, this position, like, oh no, oh no, oh no. You know, trying to, like, shield myself from the inevitable. But that's how you know it's a good movie. When you can't relax the whole time, you're just like, no. Let's see. Chat was vicious today. Today. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, they used to call her Necky or No Neck. So that was on this stream. Okay, I'll check it out. I'd say we should watch it, but Libby, I would not do that to you. Let's see his story. Literally yesterday you found out about that nickname. You didn't know how Becky really looks. Really? During Libby's live, Beck popped up in a car with ALR and I just automatically typed. Yes. Yeah, no. Accurate. It's fair. It's fair. Really? I missed a good one? Dang. Dang. I need to get with it. Here I am trying to learn about guns, and I'm missing good chat. I love good chat. Missing out. Stupid plans. Stupid obligations. It was either that. Actually, I would have been busy regardless. My plan was either that or, like, one of, I think, Congresswoman Omar was having a meeting that I needed to go to. I was supposed to be asking her questions today regarding housing rights. But I was like, my plans are overlapping, so I couldn't do that. But I do like her. And then I think I was also supposed to speak with one of the councilmen, but busy stuff. It's whatever. They were giving you a lot of shit. Really? Like people not usually in stream? Was it like new members or just like outside people dropping in? I'm sorry, Libby. I wish I had been there. I would have been white knighting for you, m'lady. Mayhaps you need a white knight. Shots fired everywhere. No, your own people. What? Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna watch this later then. You better not do another live. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Oh, I'll watch it later though. I don't have a good book going right now, so I'll definitely be listening to it. I'm really excited though. I got ramen supplies to like really like beef up my ramen that I've been making. I'm already using bone broth to get extra protein, but I got mushrooms, I got cabbage, I got onion, I got green onion as well. So I'm super stoked. So I can listen to that while I'm like cooking and having dinner later. And then, oh, Libby, are you doing a movie night? What movie are we watching? And then I think I'll plan next week. I'll try and figure out like a Lord of the Rings stream. And then I'll just have it airing in the Stitch and Stream Discord. Let's see. Giving you a hard time just because. Okay, good. I was gonna say, if people were being mean, I'm like not gonna fuck with it. First Libby was picking on you, then you started poking fun at her, then Lizzie made fun of you, and then made fun of Libby. Okay. Good. Good. My thought was like what happened after like Amberlynn Reed mentioned your stream. I was so nervous. I'm like, oh shit. Like, that's the only downside. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. Like, y'all gonna be friends. Keep my name out of your motherfucking mouth. Sending bad stuff. Let's see. Yes, you forgot to order red onion in your grocery. No! You need to buy an onion. I keep going to Aldi's, so now I have more onions than I need. But, oh my god. So today at Aldi's, like, there was so much rotten produce. It was concerning. Like, one of the bags of salad was ready to burst, and all of this salad was on, like, a thin little layer at the very bottom of the bag, like, fucking rotting. I was like, what is happening? And the Aldi that I went to is usually, like, real nice. So I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? And then, I don't know, I gotta, like, go through my car. It smells like something is rotting in my car. And I'm very afraid. I'm like, ugh. I think maybe someone might have dropped food or something in the back of my car. Yeah. You didn't plan for a movie night? What? No movie night? Chili night. Yo, I think maybe I spilled chili in my car and that's why it smells bad. But I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna take it to, like, an auto wash. Pick anything. You can stream tonight, though. Yeah, I mean, that'd be chill. Do you have the original Mummy with Brendan Fraser? I got new DVDs. I'm super stoked. And then I went through and, like, took out all the DVDs of movies that I don't really like. And so I cleaned it out. I'm trying to start in my apartment, but I think they'll throw it away. I want to start, like, a DVD rental. Just, like, obviously not a rental, but just, like, a borrow shelf for movies. I think that could be fun. But my mom gave me a bunch of, like, Disney movies. I have Fox and the Hound, which I'm never gonna watch because I don't want to fucking cry. That movie devastated me. Your boyfriend threw a rotten fruit. I don't have a boyfriend. And if he threw a fruit, I'm gonna stab him. No, I don't know what's going on in my car. Like, I think I just need to get it cleaned, like, deep cleaned. I'll take it to, like, one of those fancy places where I'm gonna pay, like, $30, but it'll be totally worth it. Totally worth it. You have it on VHS? Yeah, it's so sad. So sad. Bob's Burgers? Oh, yeah! You can see if Hulu has it. Girl, you don't need to rent it. I was just suggesting a movie. Save your money. You will never watch the Fox. It's so devastating. Castaway is, like, the longest movie ever made, though, dude. Like, and there's so little dialogue in that movie, too. It's all just, like, action-based. It's insane. I'm trying to remember the movie that I watched recently that felt like it would never end, but I can't recall. The Mummy you have on Hulu? Yes! Hot Brendan Fraser. And the chick in that movie was gorgeous, too. It's just, it's a festival. That movie's got something for everybody, alright? Even if you like dead guys, alright? The Mummy comes back to life. Got something for you freaky deakies. Is a slog, yeah. You're not missing anything, mademoiselle. You're missing nothing. It's just... Imagine being stranded on an island and you hurt yourself a few times and you're nearly starving to death. That's it. Oh, and then, like, you come home and the woman you were about to propose to has moved on and she's got, she's riding new dick now. So you're just like, guess I should go back to my island. So there's a summary. You mean on VHS? Holy shit, girl, you got VHS tapes? I just got DVDs. I just got hella DVDs. I want to build up a nice collection, though. But we are... Ooh. Okay, and it's like 6:30. I feel like this is good timing. Alright. I'm gonna start winding it down. Start wrapping up here. I've almost finished a sleeve because I have been distracted. I'm too busy running my mouth. I think I'd be better at multitasking, but I'm not. But yes, We'll watch movies and make some ramen. Because I have not really eaten a meal today. So I think I should make myself a meal and play with the cats while I listen. See, ooh, shit. Libby, when are you gonna stream the movie? Because I gotta listen to your video. You said the whole movie. You're old. You can't type. Alright, catching up. Bye. Thank you. Yes, see y'all in a bit. Thank you for hanging out, Mademoiselle. Thank you for hanging out, Libby. You've got to update a few slides for work. Oh, good. I hope your work day is winding down. Because you work too much, girly. You gotta enjoy yourself. You need to take a vacation. You ate meals for both. for yourself, me, and Amberlyn Reed. Oh, thank you. I'm full now. Now I don't need to eat. I'll just keep sipping Diet Coke. That's okay. You know what, Libby? Sometimes we have our days. I genuinely, like, I haven't been eating the best, but I also, like, haven't been eating a ton by any means. So I figured that, like, I was a little nervous, so I went ahead and weighed myself. And I'm not gaining any weight. And I'm maintaining the loss that I already had. So I'm like, you know what? For what it could have been, I'm okay with it. I was expecting it to be higher, but, like, I'm like, oh, okay, you know? So I'm just going to keep working on it because, you know, it is what it is. So it's okay to have a day. It happens. I keep doing, like, what I joked with Sai about where I was like, yep, you can have a donut, but you're going to have a big-ass salad later. So, you know, I might have something sweet, but I'm going to have a shitload of vegetables to... It's called balance. But it's also, I've been drinking, like, a lot of... I looked at the sugar content of that aloe water that I picked up, and it's not terrible, but it's not great. And also, I got, so I don't make coffee. I've been buying the canned coffee at the Asian market, and it's crazy high in sugar. And I finally, like, looked at that, and I was like, oh, oops. So I'm, like, reining that in, but could be worse. Could be better, but it could be worse. So I'm not gonna be, like, crazy hard on myself by any means. I used to be, but we gotta chill out. I don't want to go into old habits. You had salad with your ice cream? Yes, Sai. It's about balance. The stream is 3 hours long. Damn, Libby. I guess I'm gonna listen to you while I fall asleep. And you have 4 more hours of work today? Good God, girl. Good God. You need to learn the word no in 2025. And be like, I'm not gonna do this. Well, I hope your work goes quickly, because, my goodness. You couldn't stop eating, Sai? That's okay. It happens. Could be worse, you know? It's just one day. That's the thing. It's one day, as long as, you know, it doesn't, like, drag out into the week. So. But, ladies, I will talk with you all very soon. I hope you both have a great night, and yeah, keep having a good weekend. Thanks for hanging out again.